Alright guys, I just saw an amazing video with Robert Kiyosaki talking about his thoughts on gold. And Robert Kiyosaki himself owned gold. And I'm going to play that interview for you guys, but I just want to give you my thoughts on it and what do I think about it. So Robert Kiyosaki, in the interview, he actually said, well, first of all, let me let you know, I was referred to this interview by someone who commented on one of the videos who told me about it, and I did some searching, and I believe that was Fred Gar. He told me about it and it sparked my interest through the comment he gave, and then I went to search for the video. But Robert Kiyosaki stated that right now there's three types of money. There's God money, which is gold and silver and other precious metals out there. There's government-based money, which means the fiat currency, you know, the dollars, the pesos, the euros, all that around the world. And then there's the cryptocurrency or the cyber currency, however you call it. And he predicts now, before I go into this, Robert Kiyosaki is the guy who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, an amazing book. If you guys haven't read that book, I highly suggest that you guys read it, especially if you guys want to know more into assets and liabilities. So pretty much a rundown of that book is pretty much telling you how he has a rich dad and he had a poor dad. His poor dad told him, hey, go to school, get an education, and go work for somebody. Where his dad says, hey, don't go work for somebody. You need to accumulate assets, have money producing assets that produces money for you for the rest of your entire life. And he also talks about the cash flow quadrant. That's a whole nother video in itself. I read that book about 5 years ago, and that's a book I have to actually go back and brush up on. So don't quote me on that. I know I got the basis right. His prediction is that within the next 3 years, now I'm not in a position to say if it's true or not, but he predicts that within the next 3 years, the three currencies, 2 out of 3 money is still going to be around. And he predicts that gold and silver will always be around and crypto or cyber currency is going to be around. And he's owned gold since '72. Now, before I play it, my thoughts about it is, I mean, anything can happen. I don't believe that it may crash. Like, we may have like a little setback, a minor setback. Even today, there were 2 banks that actually predicted a recession is on a horizon. Reason being is because something about the oil somewhere and around the world is actually getting more expensive, and we're heavily dependent on oil for now. That event can actually bring us to a recession. But if anything like that happens, us stackers should be happy because our silver and gold is going to go up. And not only that, he also states that everything is going to go on sale. Like as far as stocks, as far as real estate, as far as gold and silver. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play the interview. You guys let me know what you guys think. Write down in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Let's have a conversation. Have a good one.
Let's take a closer look now at the yellow metal, up around 6% since the Fed rate hike. I know you don't forecast prices, but where do you feel you fall on the spectrum as to where you see gold headed? Are you more conservative, or are you in that $10,000 gold camp?
Oh, I'll never sell my gold. It's going to be passed on for generations. So I don't ever sell gold. And I've been collecting it since, like I said, '72. When it was illegal for Americans to own gold. Just let me tell you where I'm at with money right now because of Bitcoin. I'm writing a new book. It's going to be an online book, and people can read it for free. But the last couple of chapters are, I'm going to solicit questions. But I've been a gold bug, like I said, since '72. And the way I see the world today with Bitcoin is that there's 3 kinds of money. There's God's money, which is gold and silver, again, atomic number 79 and 47. Then there's government money called fiat money or currencies, which is the dollar, the euro, the yen,
right,
the peso. And the third type of money now is cyber money, which Bitcoin and Ethereum and those guys are the most famous. So when I'm writing this book called Fake, and it'll be online soon, it's really about what's real. Is money fake or is it real? And I think, so the choice, when I talk to people, I said, what do you think will be here in 2040, approximately 22 years from now? Will gold still be here? Well, it's been here since eternity.
Well,
will the dollar be here?
Right.
I don't think so. And will blockchain be here? I think so. So that's really the way I look at the world of money and currencies.
Right.
Is what's going to be here in 22 years.
So, Robert, are you one of the rare few that actually likes Bitcoin and gold at the same time?
Yeah, I own Bitcoin, but I own 5. It was expensive because I was late. But I have Bitcoin in a little cage like a pet, like 5 little rabbits, and I'm just watching my little Bitcoins, and I own Ethereum. But I also have dollars, and I also have gold and silver. I'm just kind of watching the whole thing because I'm not one of these guys who likes to discuss it. I just would rather just observe it.
Let's talk about crashes, debt, and taxes, which, last time you told me this is how the rich are getting richer. So do you think 2018 is set up to deliver here?
A crash?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I know you love crashes. So do you think it's imminent?
Well, I think it's imminent within the next 2 or 3 years. Yes, that something has to happen. Simply because, as you probably know, when it comes to government money, which is the dollar, the yen, the euro, is that there's 2 kinds of bubbles. The first kind of bubble is called an equity bubble. And an equity bubble was a dot-com crash. That's where people put real money into the markets. And then there's a debt bubble. So since 2008, actually 2004, we've been in a debt bubble. And the trouble with debt bubbles is when they come down like an avalanche. So I don't think it's too long. I mean, I'm not trying to be an alarmist because, as you said, I like crashes because everything goes on sale. That's like going to a Walmart, and Walmart has a 50% off sale. So when everything goes on sale, I'm back in the market. That's all it is to me.
And you have enough gold to hedge. So you're well positioned.
I got more gold than I could ever spend in my lifetime.
Robert, I appreciate your thoughts, and we look forward to your new book, Fake Money, Fake Teachers, Fake Assets. When can we expect it to come out?
Probably in February, but we're talking just now about why the rich are getting richer. That book is about debt and taxes. And, Trump just passed this Reform Act, but it only makes the rich richer. The tax breaks went to guys like me who are permanent. Those tax breaks are permanent, but the working class, they're temporary.
Well,
the whole thing about why the rich are getting richer is I use debt, especially with interest rates at 2%, and I don't pay taxes. So why the rich are getting richer is that book, and then Fake is about the juxtaposition between government money, fake money, real money, God's money, gold and silver, government money, the dollar, and then cyber money. And I think those are the positions everybody should be looking at today. Which way is it going to go and what's going to be here in 2040? That's the question.
Robert Kiyosaki, we look forward to it. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for the time, Daniela.
And thank you for watching. We'll be back.